Hi guys, welcome to Gigi's Holiday Place. We're going to talk about festivals, feasts, holiday things. Did you see? I have a camel on my Christmas sweater. Life is good. Come on in. Let's have some fun. Hi, my friends. It's Gigi. Long time no see. Wow, has this not been a crazy year? I hope all of you are well and your families too. I know some of you have had to have school at home and you've missed out on your friends, and some of you have missed out on lots of parties and just all kinds of things have gone wrong this year. But we're at the end of 2020, thank goodness. And I'm, for one, glad it's almost over. Now, I want to talk to you today about something called festivals. For the next 10 episodes, 10, I can't show you 10 fingers because I have my glasses in one hand and my Bible in the other, but you know what 10 is. For the next 10 episodes, I'm going to be talking to you about festivals. Do you know what that word means? Listen to this. The dictionary says, it is a day or a period of celebration. You know, I have lived in a lot of different countries, and every country I've lived in has had their own kind of celebrations and festivals, and they have different clothes they wear, they have different things they do, they have different foods they eat. But did you know that God has festivals too? In the Bible, in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, we read, "The Lord said to Moses, give the following instructions to the people of Israel. These are the Lord's appointed festivals, which you are to proclaim as official days for Holy Assembly." Did you hear that? It's like God saying, yo, these are my festivals. They don't belong to any special people. They don't belong to any special country or time or anything. He said, these are my festivals, right? Now here comes the list of God's festivals and how he wants them celebrated. So Moses was told to give these instructions to the Jewish people, that's who he's talking to, so they would know how to keep the festivals every year. I like to think of it this way. You have to do this, but we get to. How fun is that? Here's what Moses said. Here's the first one, okay? In verse 3. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath day of complete rest, an official day for Holy Assembly. It is the Lord's Sabbath day. Whose? The Lord's. And it must be observed wherever you live. So the Sabbath, or the Shabbat, is the first of the festivals. Shabbat is how you say it in Hebrew. Begins at sundown every Friday night and goes until sundown on Saturday. So you know the calendar for the Jewish people is different than what we have hanging on our walls, and so is when the day begins. We'll talk more about that when we do the episode on Shabbat. But families gather for a special meal. They have special tablecloths and dishes and food, and it's just a fun time to spend with your family every single week. Okay, next, verse 4. In addition to the Sabbath, these are the Lord's appointed festivals, the official days for Holy Assembly that are to be celebrated at their proper times each year. Now, here's the list of the festivals. Number 1, this comes from verse 5 and 6. The Lord's Passover begins at sundown on the 14th day of the first month. Now that would be, if we're looking at our calendar, it'd be January 14th, but that's not their calendar. On the next day, the 15th day of the month, you must begin celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So there's 2, Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, okay? The next one is called the Celebration of First Harvest, and that is in verse 9. Verse 15 talks about the Festival of Harvest. Verse 23, the Feast of Trumpets, or the Festival of Trumpets. Verse 26, the Day of Atonement. Verse 33, the Festival of Shelters. This is what it says. in verse 37. These are the Lord's appointed festivals. Celebrate them each year as official days for holy assembly by presenting special gifts to the Lord. In verse 44 it says, So Moses gave the Israelites these instructions regarding the annual festivals of the Lord. Now there are other festivals that are observed by the Jewish people. In the book of Esther, we read of the festival of Purim. Oh, and that one's fun. I can't wait to tell you about that one. And Hanukkah, which is mentioned in the New Testament, the New Covenant part of our Bible, down here at the other side, where all this is. It's in John chapter 10. Now, in my country, which happens to be the United States, or we like to say America, we celebrate all kinds of holidays. We have Mother's Day, Father's Day, Children's Day, Grandparents' Day, Valentine's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day, and the card companies make up holidays all the time to sell cards, right? But we also celebrate the three big ones, which we call Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Lots of countries have a Thanksgiving feast or festival or holiday as well. But I think it's fun to learn about the holidays in each country, and especially when these holidays are in our Bible, and especially when they're called God's festivals or God's holidays. So stay tuned as we walk through the list of special festivals that God gave to Moses so that he could tell the Jewish people, this is what I want you to do for me each and every year. And as I said before, it's kind of like he gave these commandments to them, so they kind of have to. But we get to jump in and join them in their holidays. Hey, I know people that come from countries all around the world that don't worship Jesus like we do. But they also celebrate Christmas. They put up Christmas trees, they hang stockings, they do all that kind of stuff. So it's okay if people join in on our holidays. So hey, we get to join in on the Jewish holidays too. Stay tuned. We're going to have fun learning about God's special festivals. See you next time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Gigi's Holiday Place. Bye.